Good morning, everybody. Now it's time for another DVD update for today, June 8th, 2022. Now, these DVDs, I bought these while I was up in my previous trip to Salem, New Hampshire about a couple weeks ago. One DVD I got at the FYE in the mall at Rockingham Park. I also got, I got a couple of DVDs at Goodwill in Salem, and two other DVDs at Bull Moose Music too. But let's get started. And this first one is a Disney DVD. Now, I've had this on VHS, but I never had this on DVD until now. And I figured you would like this. Yep, this is the DVD release of Angels in the Outfield. Still what I call one of my all-time favorite baseball movies, and in my top 10 for live-action Disney classics. This is still my favorite Danny Glover film, by the way. And having a great cast of having Danny Glover, Christopher Lloyd, Tony Danza, Brenda Fricker, and of course a very young Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That was back when he was still a kid, just before his day, for hitting it really big as a TV star on Third Rock from the Sun. Anyway, here's the spine and the back, and it says, "Funny and irresistible, a dream of a hit," as stated by the Movie Minute. Now, remember, when this movie came out in 1994, it was the second time Disney had made a movie with a sports team based in Anaheim. Because the Mighty Ducks came first. And you know, this was back when the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim were still the California Angels. There have been so many names. By the way, this year also marks 20 years since the Angels themselves won the World Series back in 2002, in that World Series against the San Francisco Giants. Anyway, I'll open this up. There's no guide there, but here's the disc with the artwork. And yes, Angels in the Outfield is still another one of the best Disney live-action movies ever made, and one of the great sports movies ever made, especially when it comes to baseball films. So I recommend you check that out. Okay, next up is an animated film, and figured this is a good one. Next up, we got All Dogs Go to Heaven, which I think this is definitely one of Don Bluth's best films he ever made. It's got a great cast. It has a great cast, having, of course, the late Burt Reynolds as Charlie, and also the late Dom DeLuise, Suzuki, and most notable, having the late great child actress Judith Barcy. See, yeah, because it was after this film, before this film was completed, was when Barcy was tragically murdered. So it's kind of dedicated. Also having a few other cast members too. Here's the spine and the back. Humor, tenderness, and warmth. This Heavenly Dog movie is family's best friend. It's stated by San Diego Parent Magazine. And again, oh yeah, also having and the others, Lonnie Anderson, Vic Tayback, and of course the late CNR Charles Nelson Riley. And overall, this is great. I'll show you the disc now. No guide, but it's on a standard blue disc with the title. And the popularity of this, while this was released the same year that I was born, I can say it probably was the best animated film of '89 that was not made by Disney. But it's only probably the second best animated movie released that year, well, behind Disney's Little Mermaid. But anyway, if you do like classic Don Bluth films, All Dogs Go to Heaven is definitely a must-have. I do recommend it. Next up, we have Spider-Man 2 from 2004. Now, I remembered only seeing part of it in late '04, but the theater that showed it, the projector ended up blowing a fuse, and we never got to see the ending. But overall, this is a great sequel to the 2002 film. This one having Tobey Maguire reprise his role as Peter Parker in this film, and of course also having Kirsten Dunst, Rosemary Harris, and a few others come back. There's even a brief bit of the Green Goblin appearing, so Willem Dafoe does make a brief appearance. But the biggest star here in this movie is having actor Alfred Molina playing the antagonist Otto Octavius, aka Dr. Octopus. And anyway, here's the spine and the back. It says, "The best superhero movie I've seen as stated by the late Roger Ebert of Ebert and Roper." That was... And it has some great special features as well. Oh, and let's see, here, there's not much of a guide. Anyway, here are the discs. Here's disc 1, which has the movie. And disc 2 with all the bonus features. Which you see disc 2 having artwork of one of Dr. Octopus's arms. Overall, Spider-Man 2 definitely is a great sequel, and if you like the Tobey Maguire era Spider-Man movies, you do recommend checking this out. I also do recommend some of the later Spider-Man films that also have both Andrew Garfield and current Spider-Man actor Tom Holland as well. Well, Spider-Man still is one of Marvel's most popular superheroes. Okay. Next up is another classic film. Now, I've had this on VHS, and I've had the remake version of this on DVD, but, well, now I finally have the original version of this on DVD, too. This is, of course, the original 1971 version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The only movie Peter Ostrom ever did, but it's got some other great cast, including Jack Albertson as Charlie's grandfather, Grandpa Joe. And of course there's also, and of course the late Gene Wilder playing Wonka. Anyway, here's the spine and the back. A genuine work of imagination is stated by Roger Ebert's video companion. And since the battery's low, I'll have to make this be in two parts. So, and it's got other features, so there's no guide, and here's the disc which has the movie. You see artwork of Wonka on there. So, if you like classic films like Wonka, I do recommend you check this out. It's a great thing to see. And I'm going to have to cut it short here because, again, the camera battery power is running low. So I'll see you all for part 2 where I'll show the last item in the DVD update. So stick around for that, why don't you?